name's Webb. I'm the chairman and founder of Education Advisors Limited. Welcome to one of our websites, ib-schools.com, and that aims to highlight the top IB schools all over the world to enable parents to choose the right IB school for their child. We are the only company in the world to run league tables of IB schools. We do it not only globally, but for the EU as a whole, and also for 14 separate major countries, all based on the latest IB academic scores. Now, many parents pick a school at the top of our league tables, which is fairly natural, particularly when they're relocating job to another country, because they're probably quite unfamiliar with the schools in that country. But of course, there are many other factors to consider other than pure academic performance, and that's where our expert consultants can guide you. On the website text which follows this video, there are 10 essential factors in school choice, but I just wanted to highlight 5 of them in this short video to give you a general idea. Now, if you are determined that you want your child to get to a top quartile university, then generally you're advised to start with a top quartile school. The problem being that they may be full up or have waiting lists. Some of them want 12 months notice to register in order to apply to get to that school, and that may not suit you if you are relocating to a different country at short notice. Most of the top quartile schools are highly selective. That means they have fairly tough admissions criteria, and your child has to be prepared to sit through several hours of tests in the admissions process. But firstly, we can do an aptitude test on your child. That will help us evaluate if your child is likely to pass that admissions test. Also, perhaps more valuably, the aptitude test can highlight any weaknesses, and that would give you a chance to hire a tutor maybe to strengthen those weaknesses to help pass that initial admissions test. Now, all of these factors basically just are done by us to help you get entry into the best school that you possibly can. Now, apart from school teaching standards, there are several other factors to take into account, and in particular you want to know about the culture of the school and the general atmosphere in the school, and always that is dictated by the head of that particular school. So make sure you meet him or her and that you like them, because if you don't like the head, that's not the right school for you. Best to look elsewhere. Now, if you're looking for a day school, that means it's got to be within reasonable travelling distance of where you decide to live, probably no more than 10 miles at the outside, and preferably a lot closer than that. If you're thinking of a boarding school, then you need that school to have lots of activities at the weekends and in the evenings to make sure your child is always fully occupied and happy. And bear in mind that a number of countries do not have many IB boarding schools. Places like the UK and Switzerland do, but lots of other countries don't. Lastly, on these 5 factors, are the fees of that school within your budget? Now, we can usually give you several options, plus ways of reducing fees, if that's a consideration. Maybe you even need to consider, should you board your child in a school in a different country, because there are countries that are far less expensive for boarding than some of the major ones. Now, as I mentioned, our website texts give you several other essential factors to measure, and I hope you'll read them. But why not just get in touch with us by filling in the questionnaire and pressing the submit button, because then we can arrange a completely free and no obligation video conference with you and go through a number of these factors and see how relevant they are to you. So fill in the questionnaire with as much information as you can. we'll get back to you, and I really do look forward to hearing from you, and thank you very much for listening.